Hey, what's going on YouTube and Facebook land? It's the brain of the mainframe here of Pop XP with the teen sensation. He's never going to age, he's never going to get old, and he's only going to keep supplying you with some amazing content. Mr. Billy Tucci, how you doing tonight, brother?
I'm doing great and feeling like the new Dick Clark, the 21st century Dick Clark. What do you think of that?
Hey, whatever, bro. I love the name.
Need a haircut, though, dude.
I know, me too.
I'm not even combing it anymore.
7 days and counting.
Oh, what, you haven't had a haircut? Oh, you made an appointment?
Yeah.
Damn, ours aren't. Now I just made it pop up.
I'm getting my hair done. My nails did.
Oh, you're getting your nails, getting your mani-pedi?
My mani-pedi. My toes are going to be ready for the beach.
Debbie gets so mad at me because my nails, I have to literally cut my nails every week because my nails grow so fast and thick and it drives her crazy.
Yeah, you got to grow your pinky one out.
Oh, yeah.
Keep that midnight powder going. You know what I'm saying?
There you go, man. Get that. We don't endorse cocaine diets,
no,
people. Please, please.
Oh my gosh.
I hope everyone's doing out there. Victoria, good to see you. Zaid, what's happening? Statistical Zero, how are you? Let me go on the Facebook page. But anyway, listen, I'm doing great. We've got an amazing guest today. Niall, I know you got to cut out and go help your parents with something or go to work, whatever it is that you do. Whatever it is that you do. I don't know.
I'm going to be a good son. I'm waiting for a delivery of sand. That's how I'm going to spend my next hour.
There you go. Well, you got a nice Italian boy right here in Niall Scala, but we have an amazing Italian queen.
Oh my gosh. And her art is freaking mind-blowing. Born for this project. I'm telling you, this is all freaking... Zeus is striking this down right now, putting everyone together for an amazing project. Billy, dream team. How could you be so lucky?
I don't know. You know what? It's so funny because someone had said, someone had noticed that, hey, you have an all-female creative team, and then me. And I didn't even notice that. I just looked at the art, and I'm like, this is the artist. You know, this is the writer. I mean, well, I'm the writer, but this is the colorist. Mm-hmm. You know, oh my God, here's some of our variant covers, you know, artists. What do you think of this person? Like, that's it. And you know, and Mindy, who we use on She. So it's pretty cool that I'm the lone guy here. So I guess I better watch myself, huh? Tear me up.
Yeah.
So anyway, so if without further ado, if we can bring in the heart and soul of Teen Fury, the one, the only, Maria Laura Sanapo.
Hi guys, thank you for having me here. I'm so happy to join. Hello, how are you?
We are well. So happy that you're here to join us.
Oh, the pleasure is mine, guys. Really.
And you are a rock star. I mean, you really are.
Thank you so much. You're way too kind. Really. I love being in this project. Thanks so much, Billy. Thanks so much. I love it. I love Miss Fury, and really, I love working on it. It's a great theme, you know. It's something that all the team is feeling. It's something that passion we're sharing. So it's fantastic. So I love it.
Maria, can I ask you a quick question? What was your thought when this project first came to you?
Well, when I was asked to do this project, I accepted immediately because, first of all, for the historical period, you know, Miss Fury takes place in World War II, and it was a very particular period for the world and for the women because they reconstructed the world because the men were fighting the war, and the women at home had to fight and to reconstruct everything. So I want to do this. I said to myself, I want to do this, absolutely. So I love the character. The first thing I said is, oh my God, she's looking like Catwoman, and I discovered that she came first. So it was great. Absolutely.
Oh, honey. Hello, honey.
Hi, Deb. Hi, beautiful. How are you? So, well
again, I'm over the moon, and you could ask Deb. TJ James says we're almost at 20 grand. Oh, yeah. Wow. Let's share the campaign for those of you that don't know, and we'll get into Maria's career. We'll get into the history behind Miss Fury. But as it is right now, Maria, we have a campaign, you and I, through Dynamite. It's Dynamite's campaign, but I have the privilege of writing it and working with you as the artist on it, and it's just astonishing. It's a great story. It's a story we're all putting our hearts into, and it's an important story to tell. And if I may, I'm going to share the screen. Let me see what that is. There we go. How about that, Niall? Not too shabby, huh?
Not too shabby.
Too shabby.
Hit that refresh. Hit that refresh, bruh. Hit that
the refresh button. Okay, so we're at 19,871.
288 backers. This is less than 24 hours, guys.
Yeah, it's actually what's 15 hours now. Oh no! Oh my! Look at Maria. We're less than $100 away from $20,000.
$92 away. Love the project, but what happened to the comic that was due out the other year? This is the comic. Instead of 6 individual, you're now getting it in a trade paperback.
Yes, thank you for asking that, Stephen. We had a problem with some of the production, and it just wasn't coming out the way we wanted it to, because the story it's really such an important story, and the story of June Tarpe Mills, her creator, and it's so sad that she's she's forgotten for the most part in the world of comics. And her character, which is one of the most influential comic characters of all time, really. And we felt that it needed a premium format. It needed a hardcover edition, and we needed the right creative team on it. And we found it in Maria, and it's unbelievable what you're doing with the book, Maria. I mean, I'm just over the moon with the whole thing.
Thanks to you, Billy, because the script was so clear. Well, when I got the script, I got so many references from you, and it was great because you're so precise about it. And normally, when I start a new job, a new work, I get the references. I did for Miss Fury too, but really, you helped me a lot. You really, it was fantastic working. It is fantastic working with you, Billy. So thank you. Absolutely. It's great.
Well, I hope I'm not driving you too crazy, but I just wanted, if we, in the first issue, guys, and you'll see the airship up there, you see Gary Hale in his uniform, which is Miss Fury's former fiance and one of the original June Tarpe Mills characters. And then, of course, you have Nazi commandos who they're fighting, and she's saving General George Marshall, the head of the armed forces of the United States under FDR during World War II. There's this huge battle in and around and above the Empire State Building on 4th of July, 1944. And this is Maria's cover. Maria, I want to do a comparison with the covers because I can't make up my mind which one I like. See, you have the gold one that is really super capturing the spirit of New York City, the Deco, the 1940s, 1930s, 40s. But then Cece then added that red to it. So I'm like, oh my God, I'm curious, which one do you prefer?
Well, actually, it had to be red.
Yeah.
But Sassy told me, oh my God, Maria, please, I love the gold one. So can I try? Okay, try, because I love the other one too. So maybe with the red one, she pops up better, in my opinion. Okay.
Yeah.
I was inspired by the image you see in the atrium of the Empire State Building, which is in Art Deco style. There is the Empire State with all this. It's like a sun, Yeah. And I was inspired by it and by Art Deco, which was very famous in that period. And it was like an experiment, the second one, the gold one, it was an experiment. Let's try. And Sassy did it great. Sassy de la Cruz is a great colorist. So whatever she does, it's fantastic.
It is. And you know what I love about Maria, and for those of you that may not know, the plane that's flying overhead is a Grumman Avenger. And that plane plays a very pivotal part of the story. But also, if you look at the Empire State Building and the way it looked in 1944, Maria drew it exactly the way the building is, because the giant radio mast was not on it. The top of the Empire State Building was designed to be an airship dock. So when people come like to Hindenburg and things like that, when it was built in the early 30s, and if you remember King Kong with Kong on top of it, that is for airships to come to dock for transatlantic passengers to be able to dock right into New York City. And that plays a big part in the story too. But Maria, you got that right off the bat, and you knew exactly what it was, and you did it to a T. And I got to tell you, it was just such a joy of how you did the scale, and you drew the airship, the USS Theodore Roosevelt, which is the name of the airship. It's a flying aircraft carrier. And you just nailed it all on all accounts. We have a lot of fun is that there's Nazi commandos in it, and they fly though See, well, because of the airship and the airports on Long Island are it's right near New York City, so I have all the aircraft are from Long Island manufacturers. So you have Grumman, so we have the Grumman Avenger, which Marla ends up flying, and then we have the Republic Thunderbolt, the P-47, which Gary Hale flies. But what's also really cool is that we have inside the airship are the Grumman Skyrockets. And for those of you that know comics or comic fans, those are the planes that the Blackhawks fly. And I just love return and that you brought the Blackhawks, the spirit of the Blackhawks and an homage to them and their twin engine, really, really funky looking aircraft to light. And you drew them perfectly. Oh, it's just so much fun.
Thank you so much, Billy. Well, if you ask me, I think that Joe Ryban said it in the previous live stream. It's very important. The great thing about this comic is putting a superhero in a very realistic setting. If you are an artist, you cannot do only things from your fantasies. You have to be solid. So you have to collect all the references you can. Because you have to, you have to confront yourself with the reality. So you have to draw also the reality. Yeah. It's fantastic drawing people flying. I love it, absolutely, flying with catsuit, etc. But really, you have to draw also the planes, the Empire State Building. You have to know what in the Empire State Building in that period looked like.
Yeah,
you have to be believable because you communicate it to the reader, so the reader understands it. If it's not right,
Right,
so,
and yeah, because you want that sense of believability. You want
Billy, hit that refresh button.
Hit the refresh. Okay, let's see where we are. And Maria, maybe if it's okay, we'll play the trailer too. So I'll hit the refresh button. So right now we're at what is that? $92 away from $20,000. And if we hit it,
looks great.
Oh, we broke it. We broke it. Someone. Nice. Hey, thank you, Travis. Thank you, Travis. Lou T, thank you, bro. Hey, we broke $20,000 in about 16 hours.
That's fantastic. I'm so happy.
Nice. Yeah. Thank you all. Well, before we get into it, Maria, and I know now you have to get going soon, but I'm gonna play the trailer. Now, when I hit this to play the trailer, will the trailer expand?
No, you're gonna expand. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna click play. You're gonna expand in the lower right corner of your video, and then you're gonna make the screen big.
Okay, so let's do that. Let's give it a shot. Hit play, right? So I'll hit play.
Hit play.
And then the lower corner of what video?
Your video, right here in the box, in the Miss Fury box. Just hit play and then hit the little box in the bottom right corner.
Okay, let's give that a word. Let me see. Where is that box?
And then I'll make it full screen.
Oh, mine's in the top left. All right, here we go. Ready? Oh, it's over here. So I hit, where is it? Where is the expansion?
Hang on.
No, I want to do it, though.
You want me to do it?
I want to do it, so just teach me how to do it.
Okay, click play.
Click play. Yep, got it.
Now click the bottom right, the little open
square. Duh. I didn't understand. Okay. December 1941. The United States officially enters World War II, a war which raged across Europe and the Pacific for over 5 years. But the previous April, a young writer-artist working under the name Tarpe Mills broke through a very particular gender barrier in the four-color world of comics. June Mills, who used her middle name Tarpe as it sounded masculine, created Miss Fury. First featured in the Sunday Funnies, but known to the history books as the first published action hero created by a woman. And boy, what a hero she was.
And I'm very proud of it because it was drawn by a woman. This is the original book. Being the second woman drawing it is fantastic.
Flash forward 80 years or so, and here's me, Billy Tucci, working on the return of Miss Fury, exclusive to you, our backers, right here on Indiegogo. An important graphic novel that has a very special place in my heart, presented to entertain our readers, but also to honor the character and her creator.
I cannot reveal too much, okay? But stay tuned. I will be posting a lot of things on my Facebook and on my social.
I take honor very seriously. And believe me, it's my honor to befriend the surviving family of Tarpe Mills. It's been a great honor to spend time with them and to talk to them about this project and how I intend to honor the legacy of her work and to honor the existence of this great underappreciated character. Maria Laura Sanapo, Cece Dela Cruz, Asha Kishna, Mindy Locken, and everyone at Dynamite Comics to bring you one hell of a golden age adventure that fits perfectly into Miss Fury's original continuity with original characters. It rekindles the spirit of the golden age and sees the return of one of the most influential characters in comic book history. Again, thank you for your time. Please pledge, please share. Peace, love, Fury strong.
That's cool, man. That is cool.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Get Swifty says, "Hey Maria, this is Ruben Simpson out of Michigan. I was sad I didn't get to meet you and Marco this year at Motor City Comic Con. Oh, by the way, where are your eyeglasses?"
Hi Ruben, my eyeglasses are here. I always have them with me. But now I'm not working. I'm not drawing, so I don't really use them. So I hope to see you soon at the next Motor City Comic Con. It has been canceled. I'm so happy. So sad about it. We'll see. I hope to see you soon. With the glasses.
With the glasses.
With the glasses. Am I echoing? Someone said I was an echo.
No, your video was lagging and echoing.
My video was lagging?
Yeah.
Damn.
Well, Billy, somebody told that you have
I know,
Maria?
Right? I know.
Somebody, told that you have a sexy voice. I think it was referred to you.
Yeah.
Did you hear that, Niall?
That was directed to you.
Yeah.
No, I think they meant you had a sexy voice too.
I don't think so.
I have the shrill voice.
Steph Wilson. It was Steph Wilson.
Oh, Steph. Yeah, Steph wasn't talking to me.
Steph's a dirty bird. Steph's a dirty bird. Watch out for him.
Oh my god.
But yeah, so Maria, so let's learn a little bit about you. How did you get into comics? How did where are you from? How'd you grow up? Did you like comic books growing up? Were you in illustration and then you felt it just so like, oh well, this is cool. Like give us your let's have the Maria Laura story.
Oh, okay. This is my story. I was born in Italy. No, okay, so sorry. Okay, well, okay. This is my story. I was born in Italy.
She do that on purpose?
Sorry?
Oh, her audio went down.
Her audio went out.
Really? I have my microphone here. Do you hear me? Blah, 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 blah.
We can slightly hear you. It just stopped.
Now it's better?
No. Something unplugged, maybe. Do you have headphones or anything?
No, I have just my webcam and my microphone. It's so strange here.
That's so...
And I was talking about my story.
I know.
That's not fair.
And then it just stopped.
Yes, it stopped. I don't know. Maybe I have to leave the studio and...
Do you want to log back on?
Yeah, log off and log back in.
Log off and log back in.
And I have to get going anyways. Maria, it was so great to talk to you for a little bit. I'd love to have you back on like our another episode because I have like a million questions for you and a huge fan of your work and love what you're doing with Miss Fury. I've been able to get sneak peeks through Billy and it's awesome.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy you like it. It keeps me motivated to work,
Mm-hmm.
The appreciation of people is great. So you hear me?
I can hear you a little bit. It's very faint.
Very little, but log out and come right back in.
Okay. Well,
Right.
I'll leave
Okay.
the studio and I come back, okay?
Okay.
Niall, I'll talk to you
All right,
later,
brother. Enjoy your show.
Thank
Hit
you.
me up later.
It's the Billy Tucci Show. Let's do this.
It's the Billy Tucci Lunch Hour with Billy Tucci.
With Billy Tucci. All right, here you go. Hello, everybody. And if you see that video, guys, you could see. Let's do this. No, not this one. Let's do this one. Come on. Let's get this party started right. I don't want me big. That's what I want. If you look at the video that we just shot, you'll see my background has not changed any. And I basically shot that 2 days ago. Here's Maria back. So let's see if we can get her. Hang on.
Can you hear me now?
That's wonderful. Now you're wonderful.
Fantastic. I'm sorry, I didn't know. Where is Niall?
Niall had to go and help his parents.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I wanted to say hello to him. Okay. Hi,
Well,
Niall. I hope to see him very soon because he's very, very nice. It's the first time talking to him. But okay, we were talking about my story.
Mhm.
Well, I was born in Italy, and I currently live in Italy. And I have working in this field. I have been working in comics for 5 years. So I'm a very young artist.
Wow.
Well, I'm very young. Marco, my mentor, is working in this field for 25 years. Yeah. So the path is long. It's okay. It's okay. And well, I was 24. I started to study in the International School of Comics of Florence, and yeah, and I studied with Marco Santucci. He's my mentor. Absolutely, he's the first one, and he teaches me a lot of things. He is right now, so he never stops. And well, I got my first gig for an Italian editor. I drew 6 pages, and then I worked for United States because I was going to conventions. I showed my portfolio, and so I started to work for Titan Comics, which is not American. Titan Comics, DC Comics. Then I worked for Dynamite. My work is mainly on Dynamite Comics. So, and now I did a job for Warner Bros. For TNT drama with the Snowpiercer series. And
Oh wow!
yeah, I'm currently working for Dynamite in this fantastic project. So yes, this is my story. So my experience is not so long. 5 years, Billy, you know better than me. 5 years, I'm a baby. So I'm trying my best to improve and to go on. And
well, you may be a baby, but you draw like a veteran. I mean, you've got an amazing storytelling touch. Because I'm usually one that does a lot of layouts and things like that, and there's no need for that for you at all, and you just get it. And I love how you're able to follow my script, and I hope it's not too overbearing, because I do like to write really full scripts too, because I like to write it and I visualize it in my head while I'm writing it as an artist.
I'm a comic artist because I did. It's easier for me. Well, first of all, I'm European, so we have a different approach. We normally, the scripts are like yours most of the time. But it wasn't overbearing at all. You helped me a lot because it's very important when somebody who writes a script can draw, because you know that this is possible to draw. This is okay. We can do this. Okay, you understand. So it's a great teamwork. I love it. Absolutely, and I felt free because you didn't ask many changes, or I was really free. So
yeah, you did. No, there was really none.
well, I really had fun. Honestly, I love I have to say that I love the character. I love the historical period. I love everything about that period. So of course it wasn't a good period for the human beings in general, but I really I took it as a challenge because it's not easy. Well, it's not easy to draw a nice historical comic, but it doesn't mean it's not fun. I had a great fun drawing it, but you have to be very precise about the planes, the fashion, the body language. The body language was great because there were. The approach to a woman was totally different. There is a panel where General Marshall is kissing Marla Drake's hand.
Yeah,
and there is a specific way to do it. It's not like today, just you take the hand. No, you have to respect the distance. You have to be a gentleman, okay? And he's from the army, so this is very important for for drawing something believable, something solid. and it has been great. So yeah, and challenging. So
yeah, well, I promise you, there's going to be a lot less buildings. Not any aircraft till the end.
Well, I like aircraft. I like. Well, I use normally I use the 3D and Lightwave. So well, I don't trace the 3D. I work on it. I need a solid structure because it's mechanical. You know, I need a very solid structure under my drawing. So having it is not so problematic, you know. Of course, if I drew it from the beginning, probably would be Mickey Mouse playing.
Oh, yeah, especially with aircrafts too. I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe Frank Frazetta or Bill Sienkiewicz or someone like that, but I don't know too many people that could draw an airplane just out of their head that look, or Joe Kubert, you know what I mean, that looks like an aircraft. So you need that reference to help out. And I love even the scene where the wing gets blown off of the Avenger that Miss Fury's flying. And Marla Drake, for those that you don't know, Marla was created by June Tarpe Mills. She is credited as the first the first woman published comic creator, and Miss Fury is the first action hero, superhero, whatever you want to call it, published by a woman. But she went under the name Tarpe Mills, as my video said, because it sounded masculine, because they wouldn't allow women to work. They didn't think women were good enough. Then it became a phenomena. And then people knew that June Tarpe Mills, aside from her being beautiful and very photogenic, then they pushed her ahead, the syndicates and all like that, and Timely doing the Miss Fury comics 10 issues that they did. Oh geez, I get lost when I start telling I get to a point and then I get a little lost.
We're talking about her name, and that she became a star in the comics field.
Yeah, she was, but the thing is that she was so fierce and so progressive for her time. I mean, June Tarpe Mills didn't care. She did not give an S. It shows in her work, but also like the things that she gave to Miss Fury. You see her that she's a pilot, that she took a pilot lesson, but I don't know if she's ever landed a plane because she might fly, but she's flown in the earlier strips, but every plane that she flies crashes. But like little things that the little details, like the wing got blown off the Avenger in our story, gets shot off by a skyrocket, but it still keeps flying. And then I was able to find that great photo of a Grumman Avenger in World War II flying over the Pacific with half its wing blown off, and you caught it. You got that perfectly, the way the shards are hanging and how it's harder to control and all that. Oh my God, you just made my heart happy. You really made my heart happy seeing it when those pages come in. And then with Ceci's work too, it's like, oh my goodness.
The pleasure was mine, really. I thank you. I thank Dynamite. I thank you. I thank Matt Idelson, who's the editor. I thank all the teams. Ceci, we are doing a great job just because we feel it. It's something that we share. So we love this. Everybody who is working on this project love the project.
Yeah.
This is the key to do a great job, in my opinion. If you don't know what you're doing, if you don't have passion, the reader understands it. They understand everything.
Yeah. And they'll see it because they're not fools, especially comic fans. They've been reading comics for 80 years. So they know what they like. And that's why the books that, that's why you have books that rise to the top. And then you have other books that no matter how, I didn't need this light on. And other books that no matter how much press they get, how much promotion, they don't last because, it's quality. And it's also the passion of the creators. And I also love that Dynamite is so free with us. They're letting us do what we want with it. They have faith. They have that much faith in us and our passion for the project. And the Mob Seed asked a question. I don't know if you want to answer this, Maria, but he said, who was first, Miss Fury or Catwoman?
Miss Fury.
Miss Fury.
The Mob Seed, Miss Fury was created, was released in 1941, right?
Yep, 1941. Catwoman made her first appearance. I believe Miss Fury made her first appearance in April of 1941, 1 month after Captain America. So she wasn't the first comic character to punch Nazis 9 months before we got into the war. Captain America beat her to that. But but Catwoman, I believe, debuted in October of 1943, and she was just a jewel thief, and she only wore a mask that looked like a cat. She didn't get into the look of her with the ears and the purple and the green outfit, if you know that beautiful design. I think it's a great design, Bill Finger design, until 1947. So this character, the Miss Fury here that we have, that is Maria's, and let's grab one of Maria's drawings. Let's find it. Give me a second to pop it in. Where are you, Maria? Where is? Damn. There you go. There you go. So that is, let me remove the banner. Hang on a second too. I mean, the comment, I apologize. Let's take that off. Thank you. Okay. So you see that costume, and that is all June Tarpe Mills in 1941 when she created it. And it's so impressive. And it's, again, I just love how fearless she was and progressive for her times. And here's June Mills, if I may. And she was just a little stick of dynamite, beautiful, fearless woman. And again, you could tell by her covers, because if you look at her art, this is her art from 1944.
It is great. She was ahead of her time.
Yeah.
Really, she was fearless. I think that Miss Fury is herself. Everybody puts a little bit of himself on the drawings he does. So this fearless woman, probably was too much for that time. And for this reason, I think that it's quite a mission to bring her back. Because in that period, you had to stand for your rights if you were a woman. And for her, it was very difficult. But she was a cartoonist in the late 30s, so she managed to do it. So everything is possible. She's a motivation for every woman. Miss Fury is every woman. She's fighting for her country, but she likes dresses and shoes.
Yeah, she does. And speaking of dresses and shoes, you did this amazing illustration. I want to tell everybody out there about another part they may not know about Miss Fury, the Joy Division, is that Maria Laura and Ceci did this amazing panel, this amazing page. It's the first time anyone's really seeing the real Marla Drake since 1951. And you just see the confidence now, because also for those of you that have read Miss Fury, and if you're fortunate to get the Sensational Sundays right here, this book right here, and there's two of them that collects all of her work, is these two books. There we go. If you guys are lucky enough to get it, you'll see Marla as that. Yeah, there you go, Maria. You'll see Marla Drake in the very opening pages of Miss Fury. And if I can let's see if we can grab one here. I have some of the original Miss Fury art. She, let's see. Oh, yeah, here it is. This is something early, right? So here she is. She's a fashionista, but she wasn't a very confident combatant. That's 1941. 3 years later, after she's been fighting Nazis in New York City and Long Island and in Brazil, in the summer of 1944. Yeah, I love that. She's like this. But here's another interesting story, is that dress that we're using in Miss Fury is my friend Michael Soloff's father's design. Michael Soloff's father had a dream of being a fashion designer, and he designed this dress, and here's the original art for it, in the late 40s. I think it was 1947 or so. So he had a dream of always being a fashion designer, but of course that was looked down upon. If you're a young kid, you're growing up. No, your family tells you have to go to the military. He ended up joining the Air Force. Once he got out of the service, he went to work for working with his father as a furniture salesman. And he literally, it's so sad a story, and it crushed. He basically packed his dreams up, and put it into a closet, and no one had seen it. Michael had no idea until right before his father had passed. And Michael's father called him and said, why don't you come over and go through the house and take what you want? And Michael was going through a closet and found in the back of the closet this portfolio that contained about 200 11 by 17 or larger beautiful gouache original designs, fashion designs. And I just find it as a personal thing for my buddy Mike, because I know how much this story meant to him, and his father always wished to see his one of his designs adorned by a starlet. And that's a lot of things they talk about Miss Fury as she's a socialite or a starlet. And bam, you did it. You added the slit with her coming through, and I love that you drew her stole on her. And they even ask her, because it's the summer, and General Marshall says, well, that's you're wearing a fur in July. And she is very fashionable. And then she says, for those that are a lot older than you, Maria, that you probably have no idea, but she goes, well, I've learned to never leave home without it. And there's a part where she does dress herself and to go fight the Nazis. And I love how the scene that you drew with Gary Hale, if we can go back to it, with her launching herself onto the airship. You see Gary there, and Gary's holding her dress. So she stripped it all down. And she just while all this excitement was going on. I want to spoil the story for you, but it's a lot of fun, and it's a great honor to have to be working with you and have Michael's father's designs, Charles Mark Soloff.
Yeah, I got an email from him, and he showed me some of his father's drawings. They are fantastic.
Yep.
They are really his dresses can be worn nowadays, because they are so I don't know, so beautiful. They're not
they're timeless.
That's exactly. I wanted to say that.
And this sense of elegance that he had. And he was 19 years old, not trained, but the way he designed them, it's just beautiful. And it's a real honor to be able to do this. And Dynamite's going to have a nice little section in the back showing his father's portfolio and your art next to it, because all the women, when they're dressed in high fashion, because we go to Paris next, will all be adorned in Charles Mark Soloff's original designs.
Oh yeah, I can't wait to draw more, because they are really fantastic. I'm willing to draw them for his father, because I understand when you have a passion, something you want to do, a work you want to do. I want to do this job. I want to be a comic artist. Everybody in this field know this sensation, like you want to do this job. And sometimes the parents tell you, are you sure about it? And I want to do this. So I understand perfectly how he felt. So I'm willing to do it. I'm really happy to do it.
Yeah. And me as well. And it's just, it's good if you could do something that means so much to someone. And now the story means so much to us too.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's just great to be able to work with friends and to find these little tidbits and these little details and little things, especially about Marla Drake and Miss Fury and June Mills. And here's another thing, Maria, that not only did she make her character, yes, she's this flippant in the beginning, materialistic socialite, but she becomes a hardened warrior. But she's still, you look at my wife, who's gone through multiple health problems, and she's had cancer and things like that, and surgeries, heart surgery. She had to have heart surgery, but she's still, and she's a lioness, my wife. But she loves her shoes too, though. She loves her shoes, her dresses.
She's beautiful and fierce.
Yeah,
she's strong. That is strong. She's an example too for all the women. Yeah. I remember when we talked at the New York Comic Con. It was, I don't remember, 3 years ago. I saw this beautiful blonde woman at my booth. Oh my God, my God. She's fantastic. Really, she's fantastic. I'm serious.
Yeah, well, she loves you and we love you. And she's like, you have to work with her. You have to work with her. I'm like, I know. We will, I promise. Remember, and we kept coming by to talk to you. And then you guys were talking, and it was a lot of fun. But I love that what June Tarpe Mills is one of the lone women in the business. But I think that also helped her fearlessness when it came to creating her characters, because as I said, not only was Marla a socialite who became this soldier, but she became a pilot. And then she also adopted
a child. So she's a single 20-something-year-old woman living in New York City as a single mother. You know, we didn't do that in 1941, in 42, in America. And then also, she also was one of, if not the first, she created the first transgendered character in Whiffy, who we'll see in chapter 2 when Miss Fury goes to Paris. Is that Whiffy is he's a what's a proper word? What do we call it?
Transgender.
Transgender, yeah, transgender, and he's transgender, but he's also she's transgender, but she's also the head of the Paris French Resistance. So she's this Nazi freedom fighter.
Yeah, it's
so cool that Marla, that June would create these characters. And I just love it. I love the whole thing, and I love also that you have General Bruno, who is and the Baroness, and they're also very great characters because General Bruno is her main villain in the series, but he's German, but he's also an ardent anti-Nazi. So and he's in the book. He hates Hitler. He wants to kill Hitler, but so he could take over Germany because he feels that he could run it better and save it from itself. And then you have, of course, the Baroness Erica von Kampf, and here's Erica, who is a reluctant Nazi spy who's really doing it for the money. She ends up getting caught by these gangsters, and they end up branding her. And let me see if I could find the brandage. This is how brutal this is.
Nemesis.
Yeah, she's Look at this. So here's Erica captured by these mobsters. They hold her down, and then they brand her. Look at the brand. They brand her with a hot iron and sear a swastika in her forehead.
Oh my God.
And he tries to hide it with makeup, and Erica plays a huge part in the story too, and it's just crazy, just crazy stuff that she came about.
It's fantastic. I'm too young to Tarper Mills was dead in 1988. I was one. I was born in 1987. Yeah. But I really would like how do you say that in English? I would like to know her, but it's present. Okay, I would like to know her, but it's the only way to know her is drawing her character. But it's okay for me. It's great for me. It's a way to know her better because a woman with all these great ideas can be only a great woman. It's fantastic.
Yeah, and as just an incredible creator.
Yeah.
And now here's one thing that people talk about. They were asking about who came first, Catwoman or Miss Fury, but you see the influence of her as well. Is that we look at this? So you see to the left is Bob Kane drawing. This is probably 1948 or 49. The wonderful costume that Bill Finger designed of Catwoman with the green and the purple. But look at Michelle Pfeiffer from Batman Returns, and then you look at the Batman animated, the second generation Batman animated series. Let me find that image. I mean, there you go. There's Catwoman. That's Marla Drake. That's Miss Fury.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's pretty cool. Now, we have a question. Niall had actually had a very good question. That I see that you actually donate your time to the Kubert School, and you are a professor at the Kubert School, and you're giving virtual lessons to your students. Yeah. How did that come about, and how do you find that? How is that working for you? Do you like it? I mean, as an instructor or professor at the Kubert School.
Well, I love it. I have to thank the director, Anthony Markets, who was an editor in Dynamite. I have worked with him for about 2 years. I cannot remember properly, but he told me that he asked me to do online courses because of the quarantine. So the Kubert School took this great initiative, and they decided to do online courses. It's about 6-week courses. And I'm actually teaching basic drawing, and it's great. I have a lot of motivated students, and I share my passion with other people, not only with my work, but only teaching them how to do. And it is great. I had a great experience with one of my students. It was the first time for him drawing, and he drew a Spider-Man. He showed it to me and to the classroom and to the class, and I told him it's great, it's fantastic. He was about to cry because it was his first time drawing, and he didn't think that he was able to do that, but he managed to do it. So I told him, you can draw. So seeing people happy, for me, it's great. It's something that fulfills,
he will always remember you, because teachers, they have such an unending influence, and they play such a huge part of someone's life. I remember that going through my teachers. I had a tough as nails teacher at FIT my first semester, my first year at school, and her name is Anna Ishikawa, and I actually named she after her. And this woman was she's born in California. She was placed in an internment camp during World War I because she was World War II because she was of Japanese descent. And another fierce, tough as nails, reminded me of my mom. My mother's a real Sicilian woman. She's so taller than me. My mother's 5'9".
Sicilian?
I'm half Sicilian. Yeah.
You like me?
You're Sicilian?
My mother was.
Where's she from? Oh,
she was born in Palermo.
Oh,
but
we're from Palermo too.
Yes, but my grandma was from Caltagirone.
Where? What?
Caltagirone.
Caltagirone, and is that anywhere near Shaka?
Caltagirone.
Caltagirone. Caltagirone.
Yeah, it's something like that. Yeah. So yeah, Caltagirone is near Mount Etna.
Okay.
And Palermo is on the sea, is on the beach. She was born and raised on the not on the beach in Palermo. Sorry, in Palermo. But my grandma was and my grandpa were from Caltagirone.
How Lou T Art is Sicilian, and he's like, yeah, Sicilian. I'm trying to find his he's Sicilian too. There's a lot of Sicilians in New York. There you go. Here we go. Look, there he is. Me too, Siciliano for life.
Siciliano for life.
Well, you asked my son if I can call my son Matteo up here. Call Matteo. You're gonna see something fun. Watch this.
Calling Matteo.
Watch this. If he's home, he should be home. He should be doing his work. Watch what he says. Come on, pick up. Sorry, folks. Tucci family moment here. Now I'm going to go and scream down the stairs and tell him to come up, which is... let me call Deb. Call Deborah. I'll call Deb. Mobile. I have to say call Deborah instead of call Deb or Debbie because it says, what's your father's name? And I don't have a father. My father passed away. So...
Sorry.
Hello? Oh, it's ringing.
Hello.
Hey, honey, can you please have Matt come up here?
I don't know. I guess he's upstairs, so why don't you just call him?
Because I can't. I did call him. He's not answering. I can't leave the camera. My public would be disappointed if I walked away from the screen and just had Maria on screen all by herself.
I'm very happy about that.
I think they would.
Okay.
All right.
Righty.
All right. I won't do that to Maria. Thank you. So, but just being Sicilians here in New York, there's a big Sicilian, community. A lot of, Sicilians here. You see all your friends like, you Italian? You're like, where your family from? And like, yeah, well, I'm half Sicilian. I'm Sicilian. And we got a nice connection being Sicilian. And my family is from Palermo. They're Ingolias and Ciolinos.
What can you spell it?
Ciolino. Ciolino. And then Ingolia.
I don't know this place.
Ingolia. INGOLIO. Yeah, I can't.
Probably I know it, but probably in the Italian pronunciation, I don't know, but maybe.
Yeah. So
I don't know. Okay, so but Tucci is Italian. Tucci.
Dude, you don't need a shirt on. Come here for a second. I want you to tell Maria what nationality you are.
Hello.
Come here. I know, but where's your? Come here. Come over here. We know mommy's German and Lithuanian and Polish. You hear it?
I can see you. Where are
Matthew,
you?
Matthew, for 1 second.
Hello.
Come here, Matthew. 1 second.
Don't be shy. Don't be shy.
He's being shy. Come here for a second. You need a shirt? You're ripped. Oh, there you go. He's got no shirt on. Here he is.
You're Sicilian. You cannot
Say
be
hello,
shy.
say hello to Maria. Come over here this side.
Hello. Nice to meet you.
All right. So tell Maria this is Mike. So mommy's German, Lithuanian, and Polish. And so that's that side. What's your other side?
Sicilian.
We're not Italian. We're not Italian. We're Sicilians. So you ask everybody here, like who is of Sicilian descent, they don't say they're Italian. They say they're Sicilian.
Now it's Sicilian. Okay,
Yeah,
only
yeah. All right, thank you. Well done. I love it that we're our own country. You know,
Sicily is a little bit, it's particular.
Yeah.
They have been colonized by Greek, Arab, everybody. So
yeah, we are. Yeah, we're close to Greece. Is Foggia? Is Foggia a city in Sicily too? Is Rock? Are you Sicilian?
Foggia. You're saying Foggia? Foggia.
Foggia, yes.
Puglia.
A lot of Sicilians in the audience today, so thank you all to our Sicilianos. Anyway, Maria, we're closing on the hour. You've been amazing. Thank you for sharing your lunch break with us, or your dinner time. And I'm just so excited to be working with you. This is really a dream project. If I'm going to add our video to the screen. And our campaign, we're over 2,000. Well, I don't know if we got any more. Let me check. I'll refresh it. But right now we're over $20,000. Thank you all for that. Give it a little refresh. I know it's early in the day. I might give that a second to come through. Oh, wow. Oh, my God. Look at that. Oh,
my God, I'm so happy. Fantastic. I'm so happy, Billy. Really.
Bellissimo. Thank you all. And I also want to add another thing, if I may, for a second. I have a campaign right now. If I may share that screen. Let me see if it'll do it. Let me go to click out. Let me click off for a second. I'm going to remove it. I'm going to then add it. Hang on. It should. We'll go to this screen. Share screen. I have to go to share screen. Give me a second. I apologize. Stop screen. Sorry, I had to stop the screen. I apologize. All right. So now if I add myself, share screen, I'm going to add this. Here we go. I'm not going to share the video, but I'm going to do the Chrome tab. She Return of the Warrior. Guys, we have a campaign now. We're coming at the end of She Return of the Warrior. I got my buddies Rock and Damo, who's here. Black Cat Guy is coming Saturday. We're going to start packing over 2,500 stretch goal rewards and bagging and boarding 2,500 comics, patches, stickers, and 9 trading cards. So, but in the meantime, I want to thank you all from the bottom of my heart because, guys, we are almost at $105,000 on She. This is just the Indiegogo page. Add that to the $70,000 plus on Kickstarter. That we're now over $175,000 for the She campaign, Return of the Warrior. And I don't know you have no idea how much this moves me. And you literally bring tears to my eyes with your generosity and your support and your faith in me and in She. And I'm just so happy. And we've got a few more weeks. We just launched these rough cut editions, which are all of my original roughs with word balloons by Mindy Lopkin, based off of Stephen Peros and my script. And I just want to thank you guys. Again, we're open. We're in demand for a few more weeks. And hopefully Maria will do a cover for us. Hint, hint, for Haru, which launches the end of July. I just want to tell you, I just want to thank you guys. It's been a wonderful experience. guys, if you can, please go to Indiegogo. Oh, we got a super chat. Well, let's pop the super chat up. Hang on. Rankabot. Hey, you two. Back last night. Thank you. Keith would be proud. He always spoke to you about me. Surprised both being from Long Island that didn't know each other. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, Rankabot. Yeah, Keith, man. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna say? It's a wonderful life, a wonderful career, and it's good to see you. Thank you so much, Rankabot, for doing this. And I'm so that I wonder if this is Sandy. If this is from Long Island, I don't know if it's Sandy, but my brother Keith, he was my attorney, my first attorney. I met him at San Diego Comic-Con, and he's one of the most amazing, beautiful people I've ever met in my life. And sadly, he lost a battle with cancer recently, and it's one of those things that it's so unfair. He's the one that formed IDOS Entertainment, that brought Tomb Raider to the forefront. If it wasn't for him, there would be none of that. He also acted as the bridge between comic book creators and videos, and it's just and video games. And he was just a beautiful, beautiful soul. And I miss him so much. And thank you for that. And that's that. But I want to Lee Dithwart, another one of our fans, Lee, one of our family members. He's part of the Team Fury. A pledge for the 5-book set and added the. Oh, thank you, Lee. Those books look gorgeous, don't they, Maria? Oh my God.
Thank you so much, Lee. Thank you very, very much. I'm so happy. Oh wow.
Oh, thank you, Lou. I'm sorry to see that. Oh, Maria. Yeah, because I see a lot. If you don't mind for a few more minutes, I notice a lot of what I feel is an Alphonse Mucha inspiration behind you. And also I see that someone like your mentor, Marco Santucci, I see his art. I mean, he's a virtuoso himself, but as Lou asks, which writer artists are your influences? And who are your favorite female heroine characters in comics?
Well, Marcus is the first because he's my mentor and he follows my
Chris, work. Sorry. Hey, Chris, sorry. Chris so I'm sorry, Chris. Chris helped develop Lara Croft of Tomb Raider. So here's the creator of Lara Croft Tomb Raider. Wow.
She's one of my favorite characters. When I was young, I wanted to be Lara Croft. So fantastic! You're my hero.
You great Lara Croft. You cosplayed.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, it's a great Wonder Woman because you really are comics real life Wonder Woman. I mean, I've seen the guns. I've seen the guns.
I would like to answer to the question because I think it's doing the question more times.
Yep,
sorry.
Okay.
My influences are normally Marco Santucci first because he's my mentor, and the classics like John Buscema, Neil Adams, Garcia Lopez, my love, and so many. Claudio Castellini, who is a great friend of ours and a great person, a great soul, and Alan Davis, Raymond. The classics, yeah. Normally, even also the newest one, like for example, Sean Murphy.
Yeah, isn't he? He's a beast.
Amazing.
He and like John Romita and Greg Capullo, and they're all varying art styles, have this amazing kinetic energy to their work. It's right. It's just alive. It looks like animation. It feels like you can feel the panels moving, almost like it's a film.
Yeah, it's like Brian Hitch, for example, because Brian Hitch had a cinematic approach to the comics. So he went on drawing not only like a comic but telling a story like a movie. So yeah, I love it. The Ultimates. I really love the story too. So it's
now this also, when this hit me, the first thing I thought though, and I don't have the black and white art, and we'll put that up next week when we have our Team Fury on, when you guys return for next lunch. But this screams very Dave Stevens to me. I love it.
Dave Stevens is another one, and The Rocketeer was a great. Yeah, I took a lot of things from Rocketeer because it was fantastic. It is fantastic. It's eternal, and really, I love Dave Stevens. Fantastic.
And who are some of your favorite characters in comics?
Well, Miss Fury is absolutely one of them.
Right.
But Wonder Woman, Catwoman. If you like Miss Fury, of course you like Catwoman too. Strong women, Lara Croft. Strong women. Well, when I was a child, all of my friends, my girlfriends, wanted to be Cinderella. I wanted to be Xena. really, I was, oh my God, the first time I saw Xena, I want to be like her. I want to kill people with that rounded things. It's impossible, you know it. But really, I like strong women. For this reason, I love Strong Miss Fury. Because she's strong, she's a badass. And she
is.
And she has a great taste in dressing, you know. The shoes are fantastic.
Oh, yeah. And like we said last time, if New York Comic Con is on, God willing, I don't know if it'll happen, but me, Marco, and Paolo, we're going to go to the bar. You guys go shopping, and then you meet us after.
Absolutely.
In your new shoes, right? You said?
Absolutely. I need shoes.
Yeah, you and Deborah can go shoe shopping. Maria, do you know Emanuela Lupacino or Mika Adolfo?
They're a good friend of mine. Absolutely. We go to conventions together, and sometimes we have our table near. We work near each other. Absolutely. I know them. They're great artists too. Absolutely. Yeah.
Very nice. Well, I want to thank you, TJ. Thank you, bro. Or my brother TJ, doing the wrench here. For being the moderator for this panel. Maria, you are amazing. It is such a privilege to be working with you. I think you are by far one of the best storytellers and draftsmen in the industry today. And I am just I'm beyond the moon. I'm over the moon with how that you decided to choose us to be a part of this project. And I'm so proud to be working with you. I couldn't be happier.
Thank you very much for this opportunity. I feel thankful and blessed to do it.
And you definitely are. If anyone was born to have the torch passed to them from June Tarpe Mills, it would be to you.
I hope so. I hope so. Really, she was great. Really, I'll do my best to do it. Really, I love this project, and I want to go on doing it. So thank you for having me. And
absolutely. Well, listen, great luck with, and then next time you're on, let's also talk about what's the other book you're working on with the train, the show, the train show, the snow catch or ice catch. What's it called? Snowpiercer. Yeah.
I'm talking about. Oh, sorry, I didn't understand.
Sorry.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
We're going to talk about Snowpiercer because I am so fascinated. I saw the first episode. And I want to watch it, and Debbie's like, I can't watch this. This gives me claustrophobia and anxiety.
Well, I still have to see the series, but I watched the movie with Chris Evans, and the movie was great. The movie was great. It has been inspired by a Korean movie, I think. The idea is not American; it's Korean, from Korea, I think. Really, I was asked to do this a train car, and the question was, if you were in the Snowpiercer is the name of the train, right? Because there is everything is the temperature is very cold because there has been a glacier. How do you say that? Ice age, a new ice age.
Yeah, it's like a new ice age. Yeah.
Yeah. So the people are forced to stay in the train and to leave the train, but there are classes: first class, second class, third class. So of course, the poorest people suffer a lot. Yeah. And well, I was asked to draw a car train, and if you were in the Snowpiercer, what would you want in the train? Well, the first drawing I did was a sushi bar. Yeah. But another artist already did it. So, okay. If they want to have a sushi bar, why not a spa? All the day there. You remember, imagine in a train all the day in the spa. No, I would get very bored. But yeah, I drew a spa, so they accepted, and it was great. It was a good experience. It's something different,
Yeah.
Not storytelling is not, but you have to tell a story also within one single image. So you always have to tell stories. What's happening there?
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Well, I want to really get into it, and I hope you watch the show too. And let's just talk about it because it's a fascinating story. It really is. So, anyway, so Maria, I'm going to share the screen and have our little campaign here. Let's Chrome tab. Here we go. So okay, so wow, whoa, all right, we're at 2020. We're on the latter half of $21,000. So thank you all for doing this. Thank you for supporting us. Maria, thank you so much for coming on. I hope you have a great weekend. And just you're amazing. You're really amazing. We had Wayne here backed it. Thank you, Wayne. Thank you, Mob Seat. Thank you, Lou, of course, TJ, Herrenberg. I'm trying to scroll through our Facebook people out there in Facebook land. Boy, I didn't realize how hard it is working this because Niall does all this. And when he's not here, I don't know what to do. Niall really works his butt off. But Beth, good to see you. Stephen Peros. Oh, Dina is do you know any Ruggieri? Ruggieri? Ruggieri. She's a Sicilian too.
Oh, very good.
We have a lot of Sicilians here. So thank you all. I'll be back on tonight on on Pop XP. We have a 9 p.m. show, and we'll be sending out promos and everything like that later on today. But Maria, you are wonderful. All of you out there, thank you so much for making our dreams come true with this book. We're just beginning. We are, we're at, I don't know what point. We're maybe at the 16-hour point or something like that. We're already over 20,000, and I guarantee it. We're going to deliver you a book for the ages, and we're going to turn the page of comics history with this book. So thank you, Maria.
Thank you. Ciao. Ciao. Grazie. Thank you so much.
And everyone have a great day. And I'm going to take us out. Let me see if I can do this right. So wish me luck. Let me do the branding that Niall does. And thank you guys. Everyone have a great day. All right. Tally ho. Oh, if you don't mind, if you guys are still there, smash that like button. All right. Follow us. Old Bean is calling in. Hang on. I'm going to call you back, Old Bean. I'm still live. So everybody, if you guys can, please like our page, like it on Facebook, and subscribe. Hit the subscribe button for the Pop XP, and hit like and give Maria a like. So thank you guys. Salute.